Was happening to two of our Pix 11 viewers and hundreds of others. Limor Suss, a new mom, was cooking in her slow-cook crock pot when suddenly it exploded and shattered while she was cooking. And now she also has a newborn in her home, so when it shattered right there, it was quite the alarm for her. Now, Noreen Hartnett, also a New Jersey resident, was set to have a barbecue in her backyard, and instead she had to cancel the barbecue because her table exploded into a million of pieces with nobody touching it and nothing was on it. It all has to do with actual microscopic imperfections in the manufacturing process, but still, it's quite the alarm if you were to hear that glass shatter. So we have Daniel Press here from Entry Systems to actually talk more about what exactly is going on in your home and what you should be looking out for. So thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
So you have two different types of glass here.
Yes,
explain
indeed.
the difference of what people should be buying in their home.
Well, this is a piece of tempered glass. Now, this is the piece that you showed exploding in the earlier segment. Now,
okay.
With this piece of glass, it's heat strengthened. They run it through an oven at about 1200 degrees.
Okay.
And what that actually does is make the glass 4 to 7 times stronger.
Right.
Now, you guys referenced the glass breaking into a million pieces, but that is actually by design.
As a safety mechanism.
As a safety mechanism, exactly. Before you heat strengthen this glass, if it were to break, it were to break into many sharp shards, which could be very dangerous.
Right.
So this glass, when it pops into a number of small pieces, which is actually a lot safer.
Now, Corey had referenced this earlier. This is what a windshield is made out of. It has a protective film.
That's actually,
why can't you have a safety film on, say, a table at your home to prevent it from
First of all,
breaking?
This is called a piece of laminated glass, and instead of a safety film, it's actually a piece of interlayer plastic that two pieces of glass are laminated around. Now, the purpose of that is so that if the glass breaks, it doesn't just fall out and hurt you. So if you were to break that glass, which we'll do in a minute, it'll stay in place. But that glass is also weaker than this glass.
All right, so let's get the goggles on and
right,
show
that
what
sounds like a
exactly
plan.
happens here when this glass breaks. We got the goggles on.
All right.
So take this. This is the example of the windshield.
This is
show
a
what
windshield
happens. I'll hold
style
this
glass.
one.
You'll hold that one?
And you
Be
show what
careful with
happens if a windshield were to break.
Now, if you were to break this one here, that's what you get. You get that typical spider web pattern in the glass. However, as you see, it stays in place and it's not dangerous. And the other
it doesn't
added
break into a
benefit of
million
this-
pieces.
Right. The other added benefit of this is this side remains unbroken. The side on the opposite side of the laminate.
And that's what's protecting the person inside
That's what's
the car.
protecting the person inside the car.
All right, so now why can't a coffee table be made out of this?
Now, it shouldn't be made out of that, but it can be made out of this because that doesn't break when you do that because
Right.
this glass has been heat strengthened.
Okay.
Now,
So what happens in the people's home when it's actually exploding?
well, first of all, when it's actually exploding, there could be a few reasons. What you guys referenced, the imperfections in the glass from the manufacturing process, is quite true. When they run it through the oven, pieces of stainless steel from the machinery tend to fall off into the glass mixture, and there's nickel inside that. And over time, that nickel expands and causes stress in the glass,
And it could
which
take
causes
years
it to
for that to
explode.
happen.
It could take years.
So put your gloves on and let's show what happens when it breaks into millions of pieces. Because this is what our viewers were saying, you know, with their crock pots, their safety appliances, their shower doors even, they were just shattering into millions of pieces unexplainably, and then they have a massive cleanup going on.
Massive cleanup is better
But it's
than a
also
massive
designed,
injury, though.
well, yeah, because it's designed to have less
Right.
injury.
So now, again, this piece, you can hit there as much as you want,
Right.
but that's what happens when you hit the side of it.
Right. So it actually breaks
But
into it.
this
you
is
know,
safe. I mean, these granular-sized pieces, as long as you don't go walking through them, are relatively safe and they're good to have in your home.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Quickly? So what happened right there is that it's safe because it's been rendered through the heat process.
Exactly.
What has happened in other people's situations, why can't they have the film? Can I go to Home Depot? Can I go to a place where I can put the film on my glass table to ensure that it is doubly safe? Can I do that, or do I need to take it to a professional?
I would recommend taking it to a professional because that film is very temperamental. If you don't put it on exactly 100% right, you get bubbling and you get other things that make it not look aesthetically pleasing.
But there is an option out there. If you do feel like there is an opportunity that you might have something that could shatter, possibly hurt your children, take it to a professional and they'll be able to put that film.
Yeah, call Daniel Press up. Daniel Press from Entry Systems. We appreciate you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
And
Appreciate
showing
it.
us this. And of course, this is a massive cleanup. We'll get Dennis in here.
I'll leave you guys to take care of that.
That's the one with the film, and then that's the one without it, right?
But he's saying you shouldn't have this in your home because this is actually weaker than tempered
It's much
glass.
weaker than regular tempered glass. Yes.
I'll tell you, it was very dramatic seeing that break, but you're right. I mean, it is a lot safer than a shard that can cut you and slice you.
Exactly.
So, wow, this Dan, thank you so much for the report.
My pleasure, guys.
I've learned, and thank you as well. I've learned a lot. this morning.
What is the name of your business again?
Entry Systems.
Entry Systems. Thank you so much. And Dan, it's been a fascinating report and lots of food for thought this morning. 8:47, let's take a look at your weather. And speaking about food for thought, we've got a lot, and we've got a huge time period in which we're really going to be in it.